BBL smell? Yep, it's real.
BBL smell. Child was yesterday.
Fucking BBL stinking is the truth.
BBL smell is 100% real.
Does BBL really stink, as she says? This question has been trending online for the past couple of months, and it has sparked a lot of debates across social media. Many people have shared their personal experiences. Some claim they have noticed an unpleasant odor from people who have had BBL surgeries, either from themselves or from others. Meanwhile, others strongly argue that this claim is completely false.
And talk about this because after what I just experienced, I'm traumatized. BBL smell is 100% real. I don't care what your mama say. I don't care what your friends say. I don't even care what your doctor say. BBL smell is real, and let me tell you why. And if you're wondering what it smells like, it smells like broccoli. The broccoli that's been sitting in your pot with the top on for 2 days. We all know how that smells. Sour, funky, molded. Now, it's going to be some people that say, my BBL don't smell like that. I don't know where she get her information from. Take your hand and rub it back there and see if you smell the same thing that I'm smelling. Now, some BBLs have a soft, funky smell, like a musky smell. And then some BBLs have a loud smell, a smell like rotten flesh. But trust me, it's all the same smell. Now, if you're wondering how to get that funky smell up out of your skin, because yeah, it's sucked in them pores and it's deep within that skin.
So, what is actually true? Before we get deeper into this topic, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, you are highly welcome. On this channel, we talk about trending topics, real stories, and honest conversations about things people are curious about. And before we continue, please take a moment to like this video, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel. Turn your notification bell so you don't miss any of my upcoming content. Now, let's get back to the question. According to doctors and medical professionals, during this first few days to about a week and a half after surgery, there can be sometimes be a mild odor. This is mainly due to the normal recovery processes after a BBL procedure. After surgery, patients are usually required to wear a faja, which is a compression garment that helps support the body and reduce swelling. During this time, the body is also releasing fluids from liposuction areas, and there may be small amount of blood or drainage from the surgical sites. Because of this, the faja can become sweaty and damp. When sweat, fluid, and the healing process combine, it can sometimes create a slight odor.
BBL smell? Yep, it's real. So we've divided this up into early and late. So basically early is within the first week, late is beyond the first week. So in the beginning, everyone is going to smell a couple things. Number one, general anesthesia smells. It gives off a sort of a scent when you breathe off anesthesia. That is a real smell. You will smell that. Number two, post-op fluid. You will leak fluid after liposuction. It has an irony smell. That is from any type of liposuction, not specific to BBLs, but you will smell that. That is real. That's a normal smell. That goes away as the post-op fluid stops, which is usually 24, 48 hours. Number three, the compressive garment itself can start to smell because as it builds up that post-op fluid, it can get an irony scent like that fluid. It just needs to be washed. It should never smell foul, fishy. Some people describe it as a sweet, sick smell. If you're smelling any of those things, that means an infection and you need to talk to your doc immediately. Now, what about beyond a week? What does that mean? Well, if you're smelling smells beyond a week, that is not from the BBL. Most commonly, that's from your compression garment. It has built up those irony smells and it just hasn't been washed enough. So either wash more frequently the garment or get another garment to alternate between. You yourself may just need to shower more after the BBL, and sometimes we do because our metabolism is a little different, we're healing, etc. We need to shower more. And number three, if we've made a really big butt through a BBL, which is possible, sometimes just hygiene wiping is harder. Get yourself some sanitary wipes, and that will help clean things.
Are 5 things to know. Number 1, BBLs can smell if you develop fat necrosis, which is when the fat tissue that's injected into your buttocks literally dies. So when you get a BBL, fat tissue is injected into your buttocks below the skin and above the muscle. Well, sometimes some of these fat cells die, and when they do, they can release cellular debris and toxins, which can produce a foul odor. So if you develop fat necrosis, your BBL can smell. Number 2, if you develop a bacterial infection, your BBL can smell. The BBL procedure takes place right near the area where you make your bowel movements, and so it is very possible for fecal matter to come in contact with the surgical wounds. If this happens, then you can develop a bacterial infection, which can produce a foul odor. Also, if the person performing your BBL is not using proper sterile technique, your BBL can smell. In other words, if the person performing the procedure is not using properly cleaned or sterilized materials, if they're not using sterilized instruments, if they're not using proper gloves, proper masks, then that person can actually introduce bacteria into your body. And if so, you can develop sepsis or an overwhelming bacterial infection. And yes, this can produce a foul odor, which makes your BBL smell. 3,
However, doctors emphasizes that this smell should not be over-empowering, and it usually goes away once the body heals and the incisions are closed. Once the incisions are fully closed, there should generally be no reason for any odor as long as proper hygiene is maintained. Now, let's listen to some real experiences from people who claim they've encountered someone with a smelly BBL.
Part 1, story time on how I had to dismiss a client because her BBL was really smelly. Well, I do post-op care, and I take care of a lot of people. I've been doing it for years now. And I notice a lot of the girls, they do have, some type of odor here and there. But some of the odor isn't so bad. And some of them can get really extreme. Well, I had a girl come in. This was our first time working together. She called scheduled. I got her on the books. She came in, and I noticed that her walk-by wind was a little bit strong. But I'm thinking that, okay, it's just, maybe that's just wind, maybe the smell, I just got a whiff or something. Well, she goes in, I always make sure my girls put on their robes, get comfortable, everything. So she goes, and I goes into the room and start getting her prepped up. And I noticed the closer I got, the stronger it got. So by the time I got on her, when I tell you that I had to literally jump back, and I said, hey baby, you're gonna have to go home and wash up and come and reschedule. I can't provide any services to you today because I can't today. Well, she got so upset with me. She said to me, Part 2, story time of how I had to cancel an appointment because my client had a smelly BBL. Okay, so after I said it, I was very nice about it. I was very nice with her about it. I said to her, hey, baby, I think, you're going to have to go home and shower. It was just she and I. It was just me and her in there. She says, she got really upset. She said, what do you mean? I said, baby, you're going to have to go home and shower and freshen up. And I said, I have some BBLA products that you can use that helps with that. Take some of this, take a kit of this, go home and use it. I don't want no motherfucking products. I'm straight. I'm like, baby, you do have this odor. You have the post-op odor, the BBL odor. So she said, well, we can't take baths. That's not my fault. That's not my fault. What am I supposed to do? I need my service. I need my service. So this went on for like minutes and minutes at a time. And I kept pleading with her, can you just please, baby, I cannot work on you like this. It's not fair to me, and it's not fair to you, because you're not going to get the quality of service that you deserve. Well, this girl got all in my face. She started like trying to get at me. She got so offended with me, and it was not anyone in there. I was so nice. I'm a very nice person. So I had to tell her, look, you have to find somebody else to do your service. It won't be me. You cannot come back here to get your service done. So I wound up having to call the cops to have her escorted out. She was still outside arguing about it. Like, and so when people say, oh, you're unprofessional, no, she started that bull crap. And I'm just telling people my side of the story, because first off, it's awareness. It's awareness. Whether we like it or not, people need to know when you're going for your lymphatic massages, any type of post-op care, you need to make sure that at the least you wipe down. While I understand that you cannot take showers and everything, but I do understand that you can wipe down, you can use products, it's all kind of things that you can do to help minimize that odor. Now, I know if I smell it, other people, I know if I smell it, you smell your own self. You smell yourself before I do, because you know how you smell. And you know your stench. But this girl got live with me. So when people say that I'm being unprofessional, first off, she's no longer my client. So I'm at liberty to talk about it. And number two is that I am trying to educate and spread awareness, because there are other post-op care professionals who deal with this. So no, don't come at me with that, because I've never been that one. I don't have a reputation for being that way. But this one is a very unique experience, because while I am trying to educate you and explain to her, like, this is normal, don't be offended, don't be embarrassed, she wanted to fight me, where I had to call the cops to have her escorted out of my business. That is embarrassing.
So, as someone who literally works in plastic surgery post-op care, I be around a lot of BBLs. If your BBL is stinking a year into the process, you might have I don't think that's your butt. I think it's a wound. It could be your cooch. I don't think it's the BBL itself. It might be a wound or one of the holes. To which I would say go to your nearest hospital immediately, because it's probably rotting for whatever reason. After a BBL, though, I will say the smells are not that pleasant for a multitude of reasons that I'll list out for you. First of all, when you get liposuction, they stick that needle in there. That looked like I was doing something else just now. And when they're sucking that fat out of you, your skin is disconnected from the muscle. And the reason it's important that you get your massages, lymphatic massages, 6 months, you really should get them for at least 6 months after your surgery, is because your skin needs to heal and heal back onto the muscle. And you want it to heal flat and not have that like bumpy look that, on someone's stomach. We all know the look I'm talking about. But while it's healing, fluid swells up because you swell. So with the lymphatic drainage for the first couple of days, your holes will still be open. There'll be some doctors choose to drain with tubes. Because if that tube gets yanked, or that shit can hurt, just let it drain out. But it's not gonna smell good, because it's literally pus and blood and shit from your body. It's disgusting. Another reason it stinks is because you're in a faja. You're compressed because we don't want you to swell, right? Because it's healing, and what your body's gonna do if it's not compressed. If it's not compressed, it will expand. You're supposed to stay in that faja for days, right? So what happens is you got all that pus and bullshit coming out that already doesn't smell great. You're in the same faja 4 days. A lot of times you're sweating, and you have your natural must, and you have a lot of smells mixing together. As someone who has done lymphatic massages, I can tell y'all, It doesn't smell great. The girls don't smell great fresh off the table. It's really nothing you can do. Oh, and I forgot this part. You still have to shit, right? You still have to shit. You still have to shit. And your butt is kind of hard, still swollen from all that freshly injected fat. And it's been sitting in a faja. And you now have, well, you're a part of the club now. You have 17 miles of ass crack. And you cannot necessarily clean yourself as good as you be used to. Because you're not like taking full on showers. You're not doing that 48 hours post-op. Oh, and I forgot this. You still have to pee. Usually, you know, the girls have the urinals or like the cups that they pee in, and you might get a little driblet. You can't fully squat and pee like Pocahontas. I'm sorry if that wasn't politically correct. That's what they called it at Girl Scout camp, which might have been problematic to begin with. You just can't squat and pee in that. You know, kind of have to be bent and hunched over. Again, this faja hasn't been cleaned, so it has doo-doo niblets, driblets of pee, pus coming out of you, and you're in that faja for like 3 days, 4 days. They take it off and put it right back on. That's what y'all are smelling. Now, that smells horrible, yes. But if you're still smelling like that 6 months post-op, you need to go to the emergency room.
Your BBL doesn't stink, boo. There's something dead living inside you. Whenever you go have like any type of surgery procedures, anything like lipo, BBL, and I'm speaking in my own personal experience because I'm actually a nurse and I actually had BBL lipo 360 a year ago. I've never come across those problems where I smelled like rotten flesh. I know what smell y'all talking about, and when the first couple of days after having a BBL, you do smell like blood, and you do smell like almost like after you had a baby. You know that after you had a baby, like that placenta smell? So yes, that is correct. You do smell like that for a couple of days up until the bleeding stop. Once that bleeding stop, you no longer have no type of smell coming from your BBL, your incisions, anything like that. So at that point, that means that your raw ASS that smells like that. You clearly not washing up correctly. And if you're a year post-op and you still stink and there's still some type of raw flesh type of blood smell, and y'all know what smell I'm talking about, especially the girlies that's in healthcare, we smell that type of smell every day. That means that you have something necrotic. There's something dying in your body. Whether it's maybe you have like some type of fibrosis, maybe you have some type of infection, maybe you just didn't heal properly the way you were supposed to heal because you weren't taking care of yourself, and you didn't get all of your massages properly like you were supposed to do. Whatever the case may be, y'all need to stop this stigma with trying to say all BBLs stink, because baby, my walk by air is fresh. Y'all need to stop going to get these surgeries done without going and actually doing your research on aftercare. Like, y'all go and get these surgeries and y'all not taking care of yourselves, and then y'all go and get the biggest butt possible. Nobody told y'all to go get the biggest ginormous hippopotamus ass, and now it's contracting all of this BV all up in there because you can't properly clean it. Like, y'all, come on now, y'all need to go get checked and make sure y'all coochie is right, because it's probably got something to do with that. It's not just the butt, it's the coochie too. Like, there's no way in hell you're a year post-op and you still stink. You got an infection, something is dying, go handle that. BBL smell. Child, I was yesterday years old when I found out about it. And to be quite honest, I should have known. You got a lot of holes in you from lipo. You got this new behind that you gotta wash. Let me break this down. Apparently, there's 2 reasons why the BBL smells. I want to talk about the fact that it was a dude who said that there was 3 baddies in his section, and they got up to leave from that section, and they had the BBL smell. Something that he smelled before from women who have bad bodies. This confused me because I never knew this was a thing. I typed it in on TikTok and went down a whole wormhole. Due to you having to get those lymphatic massages and get the drainage, that causes a certain smell that lingers for about 4 to 6 weeks post-op. Even after that, girls with their newfound bottom can't either reach or don't know how to properly go around their new bum to get far enough in between the cheeks so they can wash properly. So those ladies tend to have a smell. Now, I don't know how, because I'm pretty self-conscious of what my body odor is, so I stay on top of it. If this is the case for me personally, if I got a BBL, I would take tub baths so I could soak instead of showers, just until I got used to bathing my new butt. But honey, this has just added a new level to why I will be scared to get a BBL. And this is coming from somebody who researched the BBL for a good 5 to 6 years and was considering it. But just after everything I've seen, it scares me out of my mind. And on top of that, the smell part. Now, I'm not opposed to plastic surgery. Hey, you might see me get a little lipo one day, especially after I have kids. A little tummy tuck, I get it. But it's just interesting because I never knew that the BBL had a smell.
Guys, okay, so I came across a video of a lady speaking about a BBL having a weird smell. Well, she said BBL stank. I don't know. Like, she said that when she, like a sit down, like when she sits down and the air like that come out, it stinks. And the way she was talking about it on the video, I feel like she was like speaking for every girl with a BBL. But I'm here to say mine doesn't stink. Mine doesn't even have a smell. So I'm thinking maybe like the surgeon that she went to, the tools that they use wasn't maybe like clean as it should be, and the fat that they transferred to their butt is rotting inside of her butt maybe. I don't know. It's just like, I'm just giving out assumptions, you know? Or maybe she didn't like take care of her incisions correctly and it's infected and it's like the infection smell. Or maybe like she didn't get a lymphatic massage because, okay, like a lot of the girls want a big butt so bad, like that they just go and get the surgery and they don't really like do a good aftercare, you know, like, but lymphatic massage is like very important because they're separating your fat / skin from your muscle, right? So now there's space in between and there's like fluids and blood and stuff just floating around, and you got to get pushed out, like you got to push that out of your body. And a lot of people don't do that. When you see a girl that got a lipo and their stomach looks like lumpy and hard and stuff like that, they didn't go and get a massage, like a lymphatic massage. And that's what happens, like the fluids and buildup and stuff like that, it gets hard inside your skin and it just like gets lumped up and, you know, but yeah, the aftercare is more important than the actual surgery. So, but anyways, yeah, so I'm just like speaking for the girls whose BBL does not have a smell. Like, I don't think it's normal to have a smell. Like, I feel like you should just go check your surgeon instead of like coming to TikTok and saying that all BBL has a smell, because that's not true. My incision healed so good that you can't even tell that I got a BBL. So yeah, I don't know. I was just like, what is she talking about? You know? But yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Bye.
So this huge topic about BBL stinking, I can tell you personally, from my experience, I got 2 rounds, one in 2021 and the other in 2023, and I can tell you that BBLs do not stink. Okay, so the people that are saying that their BBLs stink, it's definitely because they have complications. Either they had illegal butt shots and their skin's rotting underneath, fat cells are rotting underneath, infection, or they're not cleaning themselves. That's the only reason why a BBL would stink, because mine don't. And I clean,
I don't have any like issues or complications, nothing like that. But definitely, if you're experiencing a smell that's rotten, you might want to get that checked.
BBL smells? Let's talk about it. As you can tell by my accent, I am not from United States. And well, I'm from Panama, and I've traveled a lot through the whole continent. If you think the BBL fever, it only happened here in the United States, it didn't. All the girlies in Latin America are also getting BBLs, mommy makeovers, and it's been happening for years. All the discourse about BBL smells, it's a little crazy to me. I have never heard of girls down in Latin America talking about they smell or they, things like that. And I feel like one of the things that maybe girls in America are having these complications, it's because of proper time for recovery. Recovery is not just wearing a faja and having massages 2 months after you get the procedure. Recovery implies working out, eating right, no alcohol for at least 3 months after your procedure, not having intercourse, and all of these things that you need to be doing after your procedure. And I blame the doctors. I don't blame the girlies. One of the things that I've been noticing is that a lot of the doctors here in United States, or when you go abroad to get the procedures, they will let you travel within a couple of days after your procedure. That's just not okay. Even if you feel better, does not mean that your body has healed completely. It's been a year since my procedure. I had a mommy makeover. I have abdominoplasty. I had a BBL and reduction of breasts without implants. I was in Colombia for 14 days. My doctor specifically told me, if you cannot stay in this country for the proper aftercare with our nurses, I'm just not going to do the procedure on you. And he was very clear about that. Not just that, it's about before you even have your procedure. Are you working out to make your body stronger for your recovery? Are you taking the proper vitamins before your procedure for your body to be able to heal properly? Do you smoke? That you're eating. All of these things are going to make your body not just heal faster, but heal better. You need to get proper aftercare after your BBL. And it's not just for 1 or 2 or 3 months. You need to be not just doing massages. You need to be eating properly, not drinking alcohol, not going out. You need to sleep good. You need to start. It's not just the procedure, 3 months, I feel better, and that's it. You need to take care of yourself, because any doctor that tells you you get your procedure and, if you get fat again, just come and get another one done. Babes, that is a life-threatening type of procedure. And any doctor that will tell you you can't just have 2 or 3 BBLs. I'm sorry. I know the girls do it. I don't judge. But it's supposed to help you look better so you can take care of yourself after. But it's not like people are seeing it. I don't know if I'm making sense. I feel that the discourse should not be why the girls smell bad. I feel like we need to talk about the doctors that will tell the girls that they're going to be fine after a procedure like that in a month. That's what we need to be talking about. This is a big procedure, and I feel like more girls need to understand that the procedure is not a joke. The procedure is not something you I'm just going to fly to Dominican Republic, or I'm going to fly to Colombia, and I'm just going to have this done, and I'm going to be here in 3 days, and I'm going to go to work in 7. I feel like, aftercare is what we need to be talking about. By the way, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5 fajas for my recovery. It took me 3 years to save the money for my procedure, and I wanted to go as smooth as possible. And I also saved money for my recovery because I knew being here in the United States, it wasn't going to be cheap. So everything is just my opinion, just a BBL girly. I hope everything is well. Please let me know what you think about this discourse in the comments. Everything is with love. I love my BBL girlies, my sisters. Have a good one.
I know for motherfucking fact, what these hoes saying about y'all motherfucking BBL stinking is the truth. And I'm going to tell you why. So I used to work in a, nightclub, bartender, whatever. And then I used to, who knows me know, I used to manage fucking females, like industry bitches. So, yeah. So, as y'all know, other than it feeling like a sack of sand in a sandbag, that shit, if your body's rejecting it, has a weird ass motherfucking smell. So, just to give you a little idea of how it smells, just think about broccoli. You ever had broccoli sitting out for like 2 days and you be like, what the fuck? Like, that's the perfect way I can explain it. It smells like sitting out for 2 days broccoli. And it's because technically it don't be you. Well, it do be you, because now you can't open your ass and get in your ass and clean your ass. But it's also because your flesh is rotten, is ruined. And then your body could be rejecting it. It's a lot of reasons why your shit stink. Bro, you can't do nothing about it but get it removed, because like if your body's rejecting it, it's going to come out. It's going to come out of any hole closest to where that needs to escape. So yeah, BBLs really be stinking, for real. I hope y'all hoes be doing y'all research before y'all be getting these BBLs, calling yourself trying to catch a nigga. When y'all gonna be walking around looking like you need to catch a shower.
So this is part 2 on why I had to get my BBL surgically removed. So in part 1, I was telling y'all how my sit-down ear was stinking real bad.
So, apparently, this video right here is what really sparked the whole BBL stink debate online. People started sharing their experiences, opinion, and even some shocking stories about unusual odors after getting BBL. And honestly, the internet has been a full brouhaha ever since. But here's the real question. Was what the lady in the video experienced actually caused by fat necrosis or bacterial infection, or could it simply come down to personal hygiene? Because, per what we've just watched, there can be different reasons why someone might be experiencing odor after a cosmetic procedure like a BBL. Sometimes it could be complications from the surgery, and other times it may have nothing to do with the procedure itself. So, what do you think? So, do you believe the smell people are talking about is related to post-surgery complications, or do you think it's more about hygiene and aftercare?
I wasn't expecting my video to blow up like it did, but I have a lot of women angry with me. They are reporting me. They're commenting nasty things. I'm just about to delete everything and go about my business, because when I say this is crazy, it's like they removed the sound from my other video. I wasn't saying anything, but I guess I did not fit their narrative. They're not happy about my experience. That's pretty much what I was saying. They denied that. They said they're not putting my sound back up. So I'ma just... The crazy part is so many women pissed off at me, I don't even know who to start to block so they could start reporting me. They're just coming at a rapid pace. So I'm done, y'all. I'm just like, I didn't know people was going to get mad like this. I just thought I was sharing experience, but I'm done. This BBL tribe don't play.
Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I really want to hear your opinion on this one. And while you are here, don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and share it with someone who has been following this BBL debate online. Let's talk about it. And thanks for watching.